I spent 70,000 in Andaman and came back as a different person. Here's why. Life is short, time is running out. I needed to see if Andaman was worth it before returning to the grid. What I found changed how I see everything. Not a single person on this beach. I stood here for 20 minutes and for the first time in 8 days, I felt it. That feeling you get when you realize time is actually running out. 70,000, 8 days, 4 islands and 1 beach that made me question everything I'm doing with my life. This is Andaman, but not the one you have seen. By the end of this video, you will know which island actually matters. But first, I need to tell you about the beach that scared us. Bangalore to Andaman, 28,000 for flights. We landed, we are excited, then we see the bus prices. We chose 1,200 bus, 12 hours of journey and immediately regretted. But that regret, it led us to that one island most tourists completely skip. The island that made everything worth it. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Andaman runs on 4 a.m. wake-up calls. We are not morning people, this was a problem. 3 things happened in Andaman that I didn't expect. We found a beach so empty, it felt haunted. Let me show you what I mean. 12 hours on this bus, every bone hurts, but the window showed me why people do this. But nothing prepared us for what we found when we finally arrived. Diglipur, the island everyone skips to rush to Havelock. Biggest mistake people make in Andaman because Diglipur has something Havelock doesn't have. Something that costs 4,000 for 3 hours. But before I show you that, let me tell you about Kalipur beach. Not a single person, beautiful beach, perfect sand, 0 people. Something felt wrong. We looked at each other at that moment. You know that moment, the RV in a horror movie moment. We left, didn't even last for 10 minutes, like survival instinct activated. Later, locals told us why that beach was empty, because that comes after I show you what I made all of this worth it. This is why you go to Diglipur. 4,000 for both of us, 3 hours, maybe 10 people total on the entire island. I floated in this water for an hour, just floated, and I thought, when did I last just exist without checking my phone, without thinking about work, without planning the next thing? One life and I'm spending most of it not floating in places like this. This feeling, it gets stronger. Wait till I show you what happened at Ramnagar. We're heading to Ramnagar, which is approximately 32 kilometers away. Then a local tell us that there might be a crocodile there, and we didn't pack our swimming stuff. We were terrified and mentally preparing to run. So there was nothing, no crocodile. It was just pure beach. The local pranked us, and honestly, I respect the dedication. But what we found at Ramnagar, nobody told us about this. Ramnagar has accommodations, beach chair setups, and almost nobody here. Then we got hungry. Here's the secret. If you tell them in advance, they'll make you fresh biryani, 500 rupees per person. After that 12-hour bus ride, sitting there, eating this biryani on this beach with nobody around. Maybe this is why I came to Andaman for. This was supposed to be highlighted. The perfect day, the moment that made it all work. It wasn't. Because what happened in Havelock and Eel Island, I didn't see coming. Havelock destroyed our budget, but it also taught us something about Andaman that changed everything. Here's a version of Havelock nobody sees, and we almost missed it too. Radhanagar beach, the famous one, everyone goes midday. This 9 a.m. Radhanagar, this was it. But Radhanagar isn't even the best part of Havelock. Elephant Beach, the trek part, it's awesome. There are water activities, snorkeling. It's a touristic center. Then our guide, he told us 2 things. The 2 local secrets that aren't in my list. If you go to Radhanagar, walk all the way to the end, you will see rocks. Cross them, keep going. This is the Radhanagar, only the locals know. 0 people, just us and the ocean. The second secret, there's a waterfall in Havelock where you have to ask a local. They'll tell you, but you have to ask the right way. We found it, and no, I am not gonna tell you exactly where because that ruins it. But I'll tell you this, Kalapathar beach, everyone skips it because Radhanagar is better. Empty, peaceful, and honestly better than tourist-packed Radhanagar. So here's the choice in Havelock. Spend 14,000 seeing what everyone sees, or spend 14,000 and discover what nobody finds. We thought Havelock was a peak. Then we got to Neil Island and realized we hadn't seen anything yet. Neil Island is small. One day, one scooty, 600 rental. That's why it's perfect. We had one goal. Hit every beach, all 5. No skipping, no rushing. What we found at each one, it's like Neil Island was designed for people who want to feel like they discovered something. Okay, here's the plan. I am taking you through all 5 beaches. Each one has a secret. Pay attention. Bharatpur, right next to the jetty, water activities, snorkeling, crowds. We almost left, then I remembered what happened in Havelock. We walked, just kept walking, same beach 200 meters away, 0 people. First lesson from Neil Island, walk further than everyone else. Lakshmanpur Beach. The natural beaches, Instagram central. Everyone stops here. We didn't. We walked to the bridge, then kept walking. Our own bridge, in a distance, nobody. This is when I started to understand what Neil Island is. It's not about the beaches, it's about being willing to walk 5 more minutes than everyone else. Ramnagar Beach on Neil Island, not the one in Diglipur, they've set up proper seating here, beach chairs, covered areas, like they want you to stay, and nobody does. We stayed for 2 hours just sitting there, watching the water. When's the last time you just sat somewhere for 2 hours doing nothing? This peace, this is what I needed. But the best was still coming. Sitapur Beach, end of the island. They have accommodations here, like proper stays near the beach. And I'm kicking myself, we stayed in town. If you want the most peaceful vibe in all the Andaman, stay here. Sitapur Beach, beachfront, silence. But we weren't done yet. Lakshmanpur, Sunset Point. This is where everyone ends their Neil Island day. And this is where I felt it again. 5 beaches in one day. Each one had a secret. Each one required me to walk just a little further. And sitting here, watching this sunset, after finding 5 hidden spots in one day, I realized something. My whole life, I have been stopping where everyone else stops. The job, the routine, the someday I will travel more. But these beaches, the empty ones, they were all 5 minutes further than where people stop. What else am I missing? Because I'm stopping where everyone else stops. I felt time running out, not because I'm dying, but because I'm not living one life, and most of it, I'm standing where everyone else is standing. Not anymore. One day left in Andaman, and it almost went completely wrong. Final day, we wanted to trek Chidia Tapu. One last adventure. Perfect ending. It was closed. A kid died the week before. Parents are in ICU. Investigation is going on. And suddenly, perspective. We are here complaining about closed treks, worried about our perfect endings, and a family just lost everything. We found Bhalu Beach nearby. This one actually scared us. Dirty, empty, wrong vibe. 5 minutes we left. Not that dirty though. It was beautiful. But then we found Chidia Tapu Sunset Point, and this was the perfect ending after all. Not because it was the most beautiful, but because we almost didn't find it. Our flight was at 2 p.m. We still had the scooty, and one thought, squeeze every last drop. So, cellular jail, the history, the weight of it. If you go to Andaman and skip this, you miss the point. This is why the island matters. This is the freedom these beaches represent. Rocky Beach. Quick stop, last views of the ocean, and I am thinking, when am I coming back? Not to Andaman, that's not the question. The question is, when am I living like this again? Squeezing every moment, waking up at 4 a.m., finding hidden beaches. When do I stop and go back to normal? This is the moment right here where the trip ends and normal life starts. Do I go back the same person, or do I take this feeling with me? We have one life, one timeline. The trip will take someday. The life will live when we have more time. There's no more time. That's it. This is it. So here's my question for you. Where are you stopping because everyone else stopped? The best moments are always 5 minutes past. Everyone stops. In travel, in life, in everything. And if you want to see where I'm going next, somewhere even fewer people walk to, I'll see you there 5 minutes further.